rain on me so. Make me wanna just take you home. Bye, 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 bye. I'm blue. Even better on the fire. Bye, 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 bye. I'm I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? I walked in the room, I got red and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you notice me? Nobody will notice paranoia. 'Cause I put it down. Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bushing for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Aye easy, aye convenient, aye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover aye map him. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the Taptap Send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Let us see how come we bushing for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
So physical money and put me to wrap to say. For me, send Yama within a minute in Sabacandia and then one tap send.
Yeah, Ebushanfo, within the Nakuma Pachua 1. They recommended tap send that mama. And that's how far back. Also, for baby, Diabasa, our rating so yeah. Our year A1. So, piano do tap send. That also is a tap.
You're going to watch Amansan. You're going to watch Gala for say. You are going to near this coffee in here. May and friend for the VR, you will tap at the move you are. Tap send in this street.
The tap with the one.
Tap and one in a
Piao.
After successfully redefining Accra's skyline with the delivery of the signature apartment, Cape May Properties presents an exclusive unveiling of the tallest residential building in Ghana, offering a first look of Sultan Sky. Sultan Sky, a magnificent representation of the seamless fusion of quality, groundbreaking innovation, and pioneering architectural brilliance. An extraordinary structure set to reshape the concept of upscale living, thanks to its inventive attributes and unparalleled commitment to precision. This master-planned residential development will focus on the building's location, security, privacy, the design's aesthetic brilliance, elevated features in each living space, cutting-edge smart home technology, and amenities beyond imagination, with fantastic residential features which include 24-hour concierge service, a state-of-the-art fitness center, a floating tennis court, a floating swimming pool, a spa, a sky pool, a sky lounge, a movie theater, co-working spaces, kids zone, distinctive lifts for staff and deliveries, private gardens, chef's kitchen, expansive terraces, entertainment rooms, restaurant, and 24-hour security. Selton Sky, a new perspective in the sky.
Another Thursday. Hello. Okay. Another Thursday aba ama ene menu nyina yetimi ehyiemu a na obade na daroma ena yetimi ehyiemu seye ene ntisi ehyiemu se ya na yedi aseda ebema otwedi ampon se wakan ho no aboan ama yen atimi ehyiemu. Na ohwe said ukọ internet ne so any other news outlet na my Ghana ya anti asempa ene ya anti asempa kra ye former first lady Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins ewie yi ena yenyane ntie se ye mami wadani nani ahweban a sabra me no ka say ye mami enti atiasefo asase so ebiem. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Mima ajo emo akwaba mima ha mima achen baby bia wo bia edo eba time with Taptap Send Jumedie so meaning any Nana Kwame or say to me no etna every sabria kosi say Jumedie no ebeba awieye na said ye nyina yenimu no ene nyame aye adom wode yensa which one is the former language? On this platform, we use Tree. So I will try and blend it, but just to let you know that on this platform, we use Tree. So that will not be the former language that we use here. Thank you very much for your understanding. But I'll try and balance it or blend it, but just to let you know that we use Tree on this platform. Thank you very much. And then on our show today, we are very privileged to have Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wiseman Solicitors to help us to navigate through the UK immigration rules. And Lawyer Wisdom, any update there will be or the ebemain, and we will give you ample time for you to ask all your questions regarding UK immigration rules. But before that, I want to say a very big thank you to Taptap Send. Taptap Send said, "Wokita mimu Emma every Thursday evening be amiti me edit jumedie ebrel hanomo say enye Taptap Send adaroma and coming to me emetina hanomo enti me recommend Taptap Send ama baby bia will be pomodia go to App Store, Play Store, download Taptap Send na nam Taptap Send so na fa usika eko Africa, especially on my Ghana mu a very easy, safe and convenient way udi tumwa na ebusiafo ensaka ewo on my Ghana mu without any problem bia enti pomodia na beka Taptap Send ebusiaku kese no ho mamenko Taptap Send asuye brami no ka say ura Kofi Frimpong ababe kame ho na yenhwe ne Taptap Send ewo edikache Taptap Send ebusia Kofi memao ajo emao akwaba edo eba jumedie so anwumre
Nana Kwame, me Pajo Timika.
I can hear you loud and clear. Very, very clear.
Emma Wajo na mechia abusuafo ne customers ne lawyer ne obi a show isu bia.
Nice one, nice one. So from Taptap Send Dex this week, update being NLHO Edemayan, Muma Inyan last week said there is a lot of promotional more packaging at the Airbre Taptap Send family. Kanwasem Kakrache, Dana Wakache Numre.
Before some kasa about promotion, mpese me da obi biara se onya patience etwen time ye call off for few weeks. Ye buy ye who say still na abusuafo etwen say omudo omusika, because it's not just about sending money. We are solving real problems back home. Enti that's why we be use platform ye near that your customers nyina se for using Taptap Send and also trusting us, because and yet easy say a company like ours will be going through such a tough time, but always our customers keep us going into no person use platform you know me there will be or habiase and will be also or share or live on Facebook or YouTube will be obesa share recorded show be no yeah catch and say Taptap Send team Ghana no yeah da o masi bebre na yaba no yeah man sa keke for just interruption nearby, and we know say we had inconvenienced a lot of people, and in as much as say enu see no ya kume mu no tempia ya de nepa ebre ya busuafo enti no I don't know if anybody on my team from the promo decks will show this one. Please you can unmute and let me know say so then you can add more flesh to the promos that we are launching now. Pacho, Honey Child will show so another class. Daniel.
Honey Child is not yet here.
Okay. Then I will begin with the so we will OT Media platform WhatsApp page in this one. Me assure say we're home by now. You say get 100% back. Get 100% back. What does that one mean? Actually, say from the time you buy back no. Which is last 2 weeks Friday.
Yeah. So the whole of October. The whole of October.
Whatever amount say beginning of the month, from October, beginning of the month to end of the month, whatever amount I'll be sending using Taptap Send, no, we will select 100 lucky winners. Ombenyo musika no back. Obi say, hey, sir, no kwasem na biye ken. Se wo UK ubenya 100% back. 100% back, Chelsea. We send £5,000 in the month of October. That's a year, that's a November, you draw no. Now you're part of 100 people now, you select your now. You get every amount that you sent in October back to you. You best send your bro back in your bank account. So I see the two Taptap Send wallet to swap. You be amount, but ideally, the anki any beje home fancy and San Fan wallet in a sumo. Let's ask Alpha Fahayako. And sana Odia Kofa baby. Enti promo no the year Kenya no. But and I'm saying a juma regulations be brave echechire. And kadie the penny saying ka country be will be with the exception of the UAE. And kadi obeye bia no yebema obi bia back, but countries need be regulation no you would have to cap it until you share capping na US certain states restricted until we have now capped the win back campaign in the US, Ireland, Austria and the Netherlands. These are the places I are capping: the US, Ireland, Austria and the Netherlands. US apply on these states, but nana kwame say ubetimi dia to one ma echire na wasa ekobio amankofati. US cap no capped at $5,000 and it is applied on only people in the New York area, California. And so we have written it this way: New York, NY, and they are very sure about it. CA, NFL, and I'm sure say definitely
Florida.
In Florida, Antino. Who side has say nam say regulations and your TNT no. You're capped at 5,000, but only 3 states there. You get everything back if you are lucky to be selected among the 100 people. Or Austria, so you're capping at 999 euros, 9,999 euro. What the €1 can want? I do 10,000 euro. So to me, send it 10,000 euro in the month of October. That's our Austria. Now we are lucky to be selected among the 100 people. Unfortunately, because of the regulations, you bet me amount 9,999. Or Ireland, you bet me amount cap near 2.5k euros. That is 2,500 euros. 2,500 euros. And now obviously Netherlands, you're capping it to 4,500 euros. Apart from these places I mentioned, USA, which is restricted in the NYCAFL area, no, $5,000. Austria, 9,999. Ireland, 2,500 euro. Netherlands, 4,500. Diakebia or Germany, Italy, who send 100,000. Krania, you are a Dusika in Abemount. We no libi no labalaba, Oma flight promo, it will show you so. Oma who say a month where we need TV. A testimonial videos here will be brain. And I think say from next week you should be playing some of these testimonial videos for people to trust the product that we are selling to them. Say Taptap Send the ISRD way for a very long time and will continue to serve the Ghanaian community. And me pause and no waha and meaning some questions beba on the promo. But the second one that I want to talk about, we know the a draw, but could be there's surety. So $100, £100, €100. So we refer NIPA 5 if in the end of October. So to me refer NIPA 5 app ni because I refer uje or referral bonus no that the app not the amount. But at the end of the month, ni who say lawyer me the NIPA 5 and about Taptap Send app no so e be my lawyer £100 account. You who say Mr. J or USA the NIPA 5 in the buyer e be man $100 on top of whatever he earned on the app. So these are the two promos that are running side by side. Refer 5 people and get 100 your currency and also get 100% back in the month of October for all you send in the month of October. And I'm going to pause the questions be on more.
Yo, abusiafo said the munyina moasumwa o cheme odim kaza o zinana moasumwa tap send promo or share bo say or free a break e or the promo the Gantua one bako Eddie Bebro and or the abano. We maintain say any money transfer company bia I be da or say 100% back promo, 100% back promo. And in the month of October, from the 1st to the 31st of October, o send 100,000 krana wo UK, any other countries or bubo edin ayen kape you are going to get your money back, full money back. It will be credited to your Taptap Send account. Now wait me assign Eddie ascend Yemfa Metro bank account mu. Ebe credited to your Taptap Send account.
The pop party ye better ye DNA so. Nadia. If you don't know link to like per se no e pija cost ro near koboso.
Sa. Enti na je say e free and na kosi 31st of October there bomodin na kachire amanfo nso enye wonko a kachire afoforo so that they can also send and win 100% back where a guarantee you win it back except those countries are emra ema hon kwan for us to be able to give back certain amounts and no countries no yabobo any amount Emma ho kwan Emma yetimi edema as promo no eno nso yabobo ni nyina ede a kyerɛw na saa terms and conditions nyina no okɔ Taptap Send app ni mu a ni nyina ɛwɔ hɔ no mo ube se image bi wɔ hɔ no mo a wo ma obo dawuro eno any Taptap Send promo banner no click on it o country a o no o sender country no all the terms and conditions ni nyina ewo ehonom a ubetimi akenkan ni nyina na emom ne ehu behia pa ne say from now to the 31st of October you'll be able to send through Taptap Send to your loved ones in Ghana. Kofi enra me share this promo pe ena madam fu bi frɛ me or say ma send the best $4,000 e de akɔ take you na me nso me ka ho ena me si da bi e omo amo send kɔ Ghana nko aha inti mesrɛ wa sa wo send kɔ Turkey wo send kɔ any other country wo nka ho omo amo send kɔ Ghana e ho asɛm ena ye kan wo any question about this promo a owura Kofi Frimpong e de aba betu yanimi a mesrɛ wa ye ma ho kwan ubebusa question back mienu na afi ye the lawyer wisdom Akaho from Wise Smart Solicitors edina bro mesrɛ wa ye many pa mienu ho kwan any question about Taptap Send 100% back promo or they aba ama Taptap Send customers almost send sika eko Ghana. We are talking about the Ghana corridor and unti misrewa so US, UK, Canada, America, Australia. Baby bia now send sika eko Ghana. Wonso okaho. We are eligible to qualify to be part of this 100 people Taptap Send ebe selected. Misrewa enipa 100 if we are for nyina almost send sika e de call Ghana through Taptap Send they qualify but enipa 100 per any ebe selectium and decision so me gidi se say asem no akọ down well obi
asem na dodo nti obi akra mpe hu question bia na say kosua no so da app no so kosua ne pai kosua no that will be the third thing that is running now kosua no eda app no so kosua ne pai kosua no enyama bebre eba Taptap Send by next year wo app na obehu se afewu kita visa card no physical card ultimate call Marks and Spencer, ultimately call Aldi, Lidl, BBR, Taptap Send. We want to make ourselves the financial hub for all Ghanaians. Like Upe BBR, you use Taptap Send. Wouldn't just be sending money back to your family back home. The EPCA and say, "Oh, anything financial, it should be Taptap Send."
Yo, ora Kofi Frimpong. Ye bada ase pa na mem said there mesre wo se obesan ati hu kakra bi I know say we are yet to launch that product B2B say omo run your small businesses sabri Taptap Send yen hye say omo so ebetimi use this product e dia send sika and I said they receive sika ubetimi aka no wasem kakra bi na nyame yadma next time no yenya time to go deep into it. I'm asking this because of the way I can say the Taptap Send abeye global financial hub just say can be about finance and no any Taptap Send and yet just money transfer but we are going beyond remittance.
Exactly. Not the senior Nana Kwame o can no. We say presentation no offer B2B presentation offer ankasa. I say amount for bebre ebusuafo bebre businesses also tua suppliers Africa otiase. Just with the scan of barcode. Like they say no tap no AI na no ayedin. Eno ane say o client no ura app no so wako B2B na wabo business account no eno ano no with Taptap Send less than 1 minute the person will get their money and this will help in cross-border payment because amount for ebrepa enre ya obi frame from Ghana say opeso wa diska komo obi wo Dubai na wadwene ho a wo hu ba bi obetimi afa edisika no akọ Dubai. Pacho, Nana, sorry. Question here by me can Dubai na Mr. Amos Atta as well. Yes, yeah, the banner be up to app and so UAE. There's an issue in the UAE which we are working tirelessly to resolve. This is not just peculiar to Ghana. It is OBR like regardless of the country that you send to. Pakistan near uni app no krana one sending ko Ghana no or Taptap Sender obeka say it's not working. We are working tirelessly on it. Into UAE hono. That is what the problem is. But it must be rest assured say we will fix the problem as soon as possible. Into B2B no Nana Kwame. We are business SME. We are then diaspora has say you can pay your business partners in Ghana in a very short time and nina in the pipeline. Ebeka krakwa so no WhatsApp nyina woko WhatsApp na ka hello I want to send 500 pounds. WhatsApp na nkasa be app no should we send ni nyina tap send de ba nti abusuafo menwane tap send ye onyoma bebre ema ye de ba na amanfo awia na oma ye bi but ye nyai innovation we will always innovate we will continue to do it.
Not just say
people are copying it, it means that we are doing a right thing. Inti Nana Kwame, me di besi say na amanfo ehia lawyer na lawyer de nyoma to 2 year momo.
Kofi M say the enkomo no ya the intino next week you benya mre on the updates na ye di nkomo pa na just say o pa say tap send WhatsApp no ba be to say ukita iPhone no aka say hey Siri call Kwadwo Mensah me na no answer wa frɛ Kwadwo Mensah ma
sa pepepe na
tell me what
Nana Kwame nkomo na ye do o hwe ye tech for no like when you give them the opportunity to show you what they are developing. It will get to a time even the voice prompt will be in the app. And don't know how it will you just say send this to lawyer Akaho. Less than 15 seconds. Say, can you confirm? Says Sika we empty and I say like these are all things that we are bringing, and we know say by first quarter of next year, you will see a lot of improvement on the app.
All right. Yo, na Uncle Sam said opese okasa and I'll be in Subusa say, how can I change my account on my app? I think it might be the bank details and opese osesa on the app. A very easy cry. Oko a app no swa call account. Oko accounta. O click swa payment method honomo. On payment method no click so ebema wo atimi adelect the old card e was so anase card na e was so no opese sign the baako eka ho a app no allow multiple cards for you to be able to use it into say oh be send this card no we decide say which card na opese send it from it no atimi I selected the card opese send it na emom de e was so dada no ewu anase apa ho dia you can delete it then add a new one. So go to account, choose payment method, it will open, you'll be able to delete or add a new card on your account. Kofi, your last word, let me down.
When you have the forward there as a product na ye bro, because one for in and kahon, kita Apple iPhone, you can add Apple Pay, which is just seconds. When nimkeke, then you pay with it. Google Pay is also on Taptap Send. Apart from so add a card and so Apple Pay, you can add Apple Pay to your card payment methods.
Okay. Kofi, my main fancy here, I think next week we will make more time talk about promotion and the products and the new features that we are adding up to the Taptap Send app. As they say there, just a remittance app, keke, but a financial hub. Just like your bank in your palm. Your bank in your palm. Kofi from Pong. But that's the name you say, I become home now. They update a day abre. Name Shannon say, ye mame, oba hima, nana ajimai kunedu ofrimu. Yo, abusia for mame and Danny me home, na me fan krato baku intwem. Right after that, I'll present to you Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wise Smart Solicitors. Somebody wanted to ask a question. Let me pick just one. Then I will go for a quick ad break. Then I will bring to you Lawyer Wisdom Akaho. Evans, please go ahead and ask your question. Evans, unmute yourself and ask your question. Hello, Evans. Okay. Evans, saying you're ready there. We will still have a section on Taptap Send at the end of the lawyer's presentation and question time. You bet Taptap Send focus session where we will allow you to ask questions about Taptap Send or contribution or anything regarding Taptap Send. We're going to have Taptap Send focus section right after the lawyer. Intino, Mr. Evans Nyabutre Yebefao. Producer, let's go for a quick ad break. When we come back, I'll present to you Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wise Smart Solicitors.
So, Christica Manian, put me to wrap to say. From me, send Gamma within a minute in Sabacandia, and then one tap send.
Yeah, ebusiafo Within the Nanakuma Pachrewa, one. They recommended Taptap Send Amamo. And that's how for also for baby. Now, Yabasa, our rating so yeah. Our year A1. Into Pian Road to Taptap Send. That also is a for Taptap.
Yɛbɔ de wo kyerɛ amansan yɛbɔ de wo kyerɛ Ghana for say yɛwɔ akwantu ne yɛde sika kɔfie nie meyɛ mfɛmfa baabi a yɛbɛnu yɛn ho tap agyamu fiwa tap send in this street
na tap de no ana ɛkɔ
Tap yɛ ɛnua na yɛ nyinaa ɛyi
Piao.
Welcome to the epitome of luxury living, Whitewall Properties. We are a Ghanaian-owned real estate company that develops comfortable apartments and townhouses for residential and investment purposes. At Whitewall Properties, our vision is clear: to be Ghana's preferred real estate developer. We are driven by a passion to deliver consistent quality in our product and customer service. Our commitment to excellence is unwavering, and our team's dedication to providing an outstanding experience sets us apart. For over a decade, Whitewall has been at the forefront of Ghana's real estate industry, creating spaces that are not only comfortable, functional and located in the heart of Accra, but also stylish and luxurious. Each of our prestigious developments reflects our core values of quality, reliability and customer satisfaction. Choosing Whitewall Properties means choosing a partner who understands your needs and exceeds your expectations. We are proud to contribute to Ghana's real estate landscape, offering homes and investment opportunities that are second to none. We invite you to explore our projects and discover the Whitewall difference. Contact us today to learn more about our development and how we can help you find your perfect home. Visit whitewallproperties.com or call us. Whitewall Properties. Discover true comfort.
Good evening and welcome back to the show. Once again, my name is Nana Kwame Oseitu and you are live on OT Media TV, Time with Taptap Send. And I have with me here tonight, Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wismart Solicitors for us to navigate through the UK immigration rules. Lawyer Wisdom, Memajo Emma Akwaba and Ne Enyumre Ereoba Jumedieso.
Nana ejo so menso be mawajo mawakwaba oho ti sign
About another room we are managing. Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I am person me dress it itself, but Tiana me ni ho akade ni bi.
Menso me person me dress it so simple
So
and beautiful.
you are looking very sharp. I love it. You are looking sharp.
Thank you, Robert.
Is that no pa me frɛ wa na me nya.
Nana yeah tight kakra. We had some few back and forth with the courts and
Okay.
and I barristers, so it was a busy one.
Okay.
But thank God so
We thank God.
Yes.
Right. I mean, you are not new to this platform or this show. You've been coming on this show day in, day out. But maybe for the sake of those who doesn't know you, you can Lawyer Wisdom Akaho anyway.
Michiobia, all our watchers, listeners, fans, Taptap fans, we say good evening and thanks for coming. I'm Wisdom Akaho, Wisdom Amadome Akaho. I am just me. That's just me, simple me. I'm one of you. I just happen to be able to give legal advice. I work with Wismart Solicitors. We are located at Dawson Junction. We are behind the McDonald's. Our address is 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. E8 to 9, the print house. Postcode is E83DL. Of course, our telephone numbers are 0208 0165 384. 02080165 and the mobile number is 07931 411 042. So when you ask who is Wisdom, it's just me. I'm a solicitor practicing here in England and Wales, licensed to practice. I started my journey on the 6th of October 2002 when I arrived in this country at Heathrow Airport in the morning with BA at the time. And I got lost at the airport at a point. Yes, I got lost at the airport. Eventually, I was able to make my way from Heathrow to Bermondsey. I changed somewhere. Is it Piccadilly line or something?
Yeah, Piccadilly from Heathrow. Yeah.
Heathrow, yes. And I got somewhere, changed to Bermondsey, and somebody picked me up to my brother, my sister picked me to the house. I was very lost, but thank God today I know where I'm standing today. I did my law here. I was in the University of Cape Coast, first of all, Calvary Preparatory, Bishop Herman, University of Cape Coast, Ghana School of Law for a year, came to the UK, to the law school. We went to Store Street. At the time it was called the College of Law. It's now called the University of Law. I did it at Store Street, Tottenham Court Road, around that place. That's what I did. When I finished, I worked with Curry Popek Solicitors for, I think, 5 years, and then progressed to work with Rose Simon Solicitors in Brixton. From Brixton, I came to work with BWF Solicitors, my boss, Lawyer Usu. We were at Dalston Junction. We moved to Seven Sisters, and then I set up Wiseman Solicitors by the grace of God, and I came back to Dalston Junction. And I've been here since, helping my people in all directions, in all possible ways that I can. So, in brief, this is me. I have done all sorts of things you can think of legally, though, before. Yes, I've worked in
I was going to ask you a question on that. All sorts of things. Clarify that for me.
I've worked in all different places. I have been a student. I have been a construction laborer. I've been a kitchen porter.
Lawyer, Mr. Chaso Hamami, because I've said to you, say, my new show that is coming up, you'll be my first guest.
I hear you.
My journey in Abroad, and I said my journey in abroad. We're going to launch it very soon. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's it. It's not the influence here. Let me, my disclaimer where you say, and show you, and I say, show you for information purpose, and yet legal advice, no, or the Emma. Say, we show you now per se, who engage in a normal proper legal advisor. I'm not saying that the information that he's providing
is not proper.
Solid, but it's not a legal advice that is given to you as a person. Who hear any legal advisor, Mr. Wa Kuhuno na oneo enkasa. We disclaimer. Enko kase na no lawyer obe kan si na miko ye si na debi. Yenye sawa ti Mr. Wa. Right, let's move on. Lawyer, Pacho,
yes.
When it comes to the UK immigration rules, and yes. And we want to know from you, sir, is there any new update to be apart from the is there any new update? And sana yako ene ni epese kanwasem so.
Now, before I want to extend my deepest condolences to the family of the Rollinses. Nana Ajima Kunedu Ajima Rollins. I understand. In fact, I didn't know until a client came in this evening, said, Nirahu, I said, what is the problem? Osio, our mom is gone. The whole day, I mean, when I came, it was just like this annual kind of busy. So I didn't know what was going on. So when I heard, I was really surprised. But we pray that the Lord would make her rest peacefully, and the families too. The family, we extend our deepest condolences to them. I mean, look, it's sad. It's sad to lose anybody in your life, anybody who you know, whether personally or not. As long as they've been part of your life or your journey, one way or the other, as a country. It's sad. So we just want to extend our deepest condolences to the families. May they stay strong and may the Lord strengthen them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So somebody say, Chichi, oh, yes, you are Mando Secretary. Thank you. We'll talk. You can take the details and get in touch. So, Nana, as you know, the UK, we don't have a written constitution, so we keep changing our rules as and when we go along. And things change every day, every now, every moment, every month. Since we started this year, I can tell you that there are countless number of changes that have come in. And on the 14th of October, today is the 23rd of October. On the 14th of October, statement of changes were laid before Parliament, and some changes have come into effect. Today is, so that is just about how many days ago? Is it 15 days ago? 14th, today is the 23rd. So that is about 9 days ago, actually. Things have changed again. Things have changed again. The first one is a lot, but I'll just mention a few, and then I go to the topic. We don't have a lot of time. The first one is the graduates. Right now we know that if you finish a first degree or your master's, you'll be given 2 years to work in the UK. And it is expected that you work in a graduate level employment. However, the government said upon their research, upon their, consultation, etc., they realized that a lot of the graduates are not working at the graduate level jobs. They are rather doing things that are below the graduate level jobs. And therefore, they wanted to scrap it. However, MAC, Migration Advisory Committee, advised them not to. So they've decided to reduce it from 2 years to 18 months to 1.5 years. So they are reducing it from 2 years, from 24 months to 18 months. So that is the change that is going to take effect. So that is one. In fact, it was in the white paper, and it is not going to take effect. And it will take effect from the 1st of January 2027. And it says the change to 18 months will apply to applications submitted on or after the 1st of January 2027. So if you apply now until then, you'll still be on the 2 years. But from the 1st of January 2027, if you finish your degree, your master's, you would get 18 months and not 24 months. So that is one major change coming. However, those who have done their PhD, they will still continue to get 3 years to work in the UK. So let's take note of that. The change will take effect from the 1st of January 2027. That is what we see here. PhD will still be 3 years. The second change is quite massive. It's called changes to the English language requirement for economic migration routes. Now, currently, if you are a person who is here on, let's say, skilled worker, potential high individual, and scale-up routes, you are required to provide English language at level B1. B1, but it's going to change to B2, which is A-level standard of English. A-level standard of English. The question is, how many of us can meet the A-level standard of English? It means that technically and practically, they are trying to reduce the number of people. If you cannot meet that level of English, which is B1, then it means you cannot come to the UK in the category of a skilled worker, high potential individual, and scale-up routes. So that is for your information, from B1 to B2. Now, this is work-related, economic-related. It is not related to family. For people who are on the family route, who have to do B1 for English, for indefinite leave, and for citizenship, this does not apply to them. This is for economic, for the economic routes only. So please take note of that. And it will take effect initial from the 8th of January 2026. Those who are on it already will continue to benefit from what they are already on. But those who will make applications from the 8th of January next year, they will have to meet the new requirement. So that is also a change for us. Let's take notes of that. There's another change which has to do with grounds of refusal. When you go to part 9, it lists out all the grounds on which you can be refused application. Now they want to change it to part of suitability, grounds of refusal with part suitability. They want to switch it to that. That is not too much of a problem. It's going to be the same thing. Maybe the name is going to change in one way or the other. And also seasonal workers, those who are coming to the UK to work, maybe to pick fruits and apple and stuff like that. Changes have been made to the rules concerning number of months seasonal workers must be outside the UK before being permitted to apply for a new seasonal worker visa. These changes will permit seasonal workers to spend no more than 6 months working in the UK during any rolling 10-month period, rather than any rolling 12-month period under the previous rules. Now, those who come to work as seasonal workers, either to work as butchers and to work as to pick fruits and to pick flowers and stuff like that. Right now, they are saying if they give it to you, you can't come. You can come, but you can't stay for more than 6 months. You have to go back, and then let me read it again. Changes have been made to rules concerning the number of months seasonal worker must be outside the UK before being permitted to apply for a new seasonal work visa. These changes will permit seasonal workers to spend no more than 6 months working in the UK during any rolling 10 months. So it means if you come, you work for 6 months, you can't go back and apply immediately and come back. So it means from when the 6 months end or when you were granted, you have to go out. It should be more than 10 months before you can apply to come back again. So you can't come back, do 6 months, go back, apply again in 2 weeks and come back. No, they want to break that continuity. So they want to make it such that you come, spend the 6 months, go, maybe stay for another 4 months or 5 months before you can come. So it will be more than 10 months before you can apply for another visa. This is for seasonal workers. That is also a change that my people are bringing in. Now, another change has to do with the EUSS. This has to do with EU family members. Now, under the EU rules, EUSS, now if you have 5 years pre-settled status, you can travel in and out. Now, if you go out for more than 6 months, your 5 years is broken. You can't prove that you've been in the UK for 5 years. Or if you go for up to 1 year for maybe childbirth, education, or some other reason, you are okay. If it is 1 year for those limited reasons, you are okay. But apart from that, it shouldn't be more than 6 months. Now, it has created a lot of confusion, and therefore, the government has made changes so that if you have been given 5 years and you've done the 5 years, and you can prove that out of the 5 years, out of the 60 months, you have lived in the UK for let's say 2.5 years, that is 30 months out of the 60 months, you can get your indefinite leave to remain. For me, I think that is good news, actually. It means if you can show that you have been in the UK, you've been resident in the UK for at least 30 months in total, in the most recent 60 months period, you will be able to get your indefinite leave to remain. It means you should have done the 5 years. And within that 5 years, you can prove that you've lived in the UK for 2.5 years, 30 months, the most recent 30 months. It doesn't mean that if you are given 5 years today and you do 2.5 years, you can go for your indefinite. No. It means you should have finished the 5 years. But within that 5 years, you traveled in and out, but you have to prove that you have been in the UK for 30 months. That is half of that period. Then you can go for your indefinite leave to remain. Don't misconstrue it to say, if you're given pre-settles today, after 2.5 years, you can go for indefinite. It doesn't work that way. So let's take notes of that as well. Then student route maintenance requirements. Now they are going to lift the student route maintenance requirement to be equivalent to grants that students are given in the UK. They want to make it equivalent to home student grants. So there is maintenance requirement for student applications to demonstrate they have funds to support themselves for each month, of their 9-month course. This level of funds aligned with the maintenance loans available for home students, which is reviewed every year. These changes increase maintenance requirement to match maintenance loans available for home students. So if you are coming to the UK, they want your maintenance requirement to match those for home students for the 9 months. So let's take note of that. Those who want to come to the UK to study, please take note of your maintenance requirement. Changes will take place. If you go and use the old rules, it can affect your application. So let's take note of that. And it says the change increases the maintenance requirement to match the maintenance loans available for 2025-2026 academic year. This will ensure it continues to align with home students' maintenance loans in future. So that is for us all to be aware of the changes that are coming. So Nana, briefly, those are some of the changes that have come into or are coming into effect. Some in next year and some 2027, and some obviously taking effect sooner rather than the ones I have just mentioned. So let's take note of it and ensure that we don't fall foul of the rules. Nana, thank you very much. I don't know if you have any question, I'm happy to take it, or I can continue with what I want to treat briefly for tonight.
Mpacho, go straight to your topic for tonight. Then yaman for home na fi any question be obiawa no it's media.
Thank you. Now, today I want to talk, what I want to really talk about is not like immigration, but it is very, very important to our lives. Now, Nana, you and I know that this country is very stressful. Living in this country is stressful. Working, juggling family life, juggling other stuff. Those who are students who have family and they are working at the same time, it's very stressful. And nobody can guarantee with certainty what can happen tomorrow. Nobody can say with certainty what can happen in the next hour. Nobody can say what will happen tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Nobody can guarantee. Because of that, and because of the stress we go through, it is important that we make certain provisions. In the event that something happens to you, there will be somebody who can assist here or there. Now, what I'm talking about is not making a will. Making a will is when you are dead and gone. That is when the will kicks in. I want to talk about what is power of attorney. Power of attorney. We look at three types. Look at the general, or the we call it specific power of attorney, and then we look at the lasting power of attorney for financial and for health. So I'll quickly go through. It's a lot. I can discuss everything because we've gone into time. So what is power of attorney? Power of attorney is a legal document giving someone authority to make decisions on your behalf. If you lose your mental capacity, you give somebody the authority to make decisions on your behalf if you lose your mental capacity. Now, this is governed by the Mental Capacity Act of 2005. And it has to be registered with the Office of the Public Guardian. So I will take time and go through. Example, Nana, you are here. You want to buy a piece of land in Ghana. You have identified the spot. You are not there to conduct the transaction. So you want your sister, your brother, your uncle, your auntie to act on your behalf. Because you cannot go yourself, you give that fellow the power to act on your behalf. That is what we call the power of attorney. You are the principal You are the one giving the authority to the attorney to act on your behalf. So if you want to do something specific and you are not there to do it because you are in Amanone, you can't travel easily to go and do it, you can give that authority to somebody to act on your behalf. So it is a specific power that gives someone authority to act on your behalf for a single purpose. It is good to give for a single purpose. If you are not specific and you make it so general, the person could use that in doing other things that you haven't given them the power to do. And that can go out of the authority, and it can create all kinds of problems. Now, so people give power of attorney. People give power of attorney to divorce. Assuming you are in the UK, the relationship is broken down, you can't go to Ghana to conduct the divorce, you can give the authority to your uncle, your mother, your brother, your sister to represent you in the divorce proceedings in Ghana. So take note of that. You can also give the power of attorney to buy land on your behalf, or even pension. You are due for pension, to claim your pension benefits from SNIT or from whichever organization, but you cannot go. You are able to give your authority to somebody to act on your behalf. It is called power of attorney, specific power of attorney. And you have to be specific and say, this authority is limited to claiming of my pension from SNIT only, or to buy the land located at so and so place only, or to collect the money from my pension and deposit it into so and so account. Specific. If you give that specific, the person cannot go beyond to do what they haven't been instructed or authorized to do. So let's take note that unlike the lastly power of attorney, it's a short-term tax focus. It's short period and it is focused for a specific purpose. So that is specific power of attorney. It can only be used while you have mental capacity. So Nana, you and I have mental capacity. We can still think, we can still reason by the grace of God. That power of attorney can only be used when you and I have that mental capacity to know what the person is doing on your behalf or on my behalf. That one is different from lasting power of attorney. The lasting one, we will come to that. Now, when the specific task is completed, or when the donor revokes it, the power loses or it stops. Or the donor or the principal loses his mental capacity, the power stops. Okay, so I've given it to you to buy the land. Once the purchase is complete, that's the end of the power of attorney. So those of us who want to instruct some people or somebody to act on your behalf, please be very, very specific. Why would someone use it? It's often for practical, legal, or financial transactions when the person cannot be present. So somewhere in the clause of the power of attorney, we say, this power is only usable, or you can only use it when I'm not physically or personally present to act. As soon as I come to act on my own behalf, the power ceases. So let's take note of that. And when you come back, the person can then continue to act on your behalf. Now, common situations: selling or purchasing property while you are abroad, signing legal documents during illness or travel or work commitments, dealing with banks or pensions, like I've just said, managing a business or single transaction, divorce paperwork if living overseas. These are the things you can ask somebody to do on your behalf with the specific or the general power of attorney on your behalf. The risks associated. Since it can give authority over valuable assets, clarity is essential. You have to be very clear as to what it should be used for. You must limit the power the person will have, set the time limit, use a trusted attorney, and put revocation in writing the tax. You must put some clauses that can revoke the power of attorney. So you can even put in that if the person goes beyond the authority you've given, the authority is revoked, so that they know the line they shouldn't cross. Otherwise, they would go doing things that they should not do, and taking monies they shouldn't take, and spending monies that they shouldn't spend. You only ask them to collect the money and deposit it in your account. You didn't ask them to spend it on your behalf. I have dealt with several power of attorneys, general and specific, on behalf of people. Sometimes they sell the land and they want the money to be given to somebody to deposit in a specific account. Thank God, nobody has come back to me to say what they instructed hasn't been done. So it means that it has been done, or whatever they instructed was done. Let's go to the second one briefly. The second and the third. The other one is called lasting power of attorney. The first one, what I just talked about, is specific or general. We call it that way. Even though it is specific, we sometimes call it general power of attorney. This one is called lasting power of attorney. Again, it is a legal document giving somebody to act or make decisions for you if you lose your mental capacity. The difference between this one is and the other one is that this one, you have lost your mental capacity. Whereas the other one, you still have your mental capacity. That is the difference. Now, a lasting power of attorney is about planning ahead. I will say it again, it is not a will. The will only applies when you are dead and gone. But this one is when you are alive. So it is about planning ahead, not giving up control, but protecting your future. Why must we have a lasting power of attorney? Things happen, stress. People suffer from all kinds of medical conditions. Stroke can happen anytime, any day. Somebody said, even if the green leaves are falling, how about the dried ones? Nana, even the green leaves can fall. How about the dried leaves? It can happen to anybody, anytime. And nobody can foretell or predict what will happen. That is why it is helpful to have a lasting power of attorney, so that in the event that something happens, somebody will be there to act on your behalf. We don't like to hear these things, but this is real life. This is life. Life happens. Just as today we heard our mom is gone, whoever thought or whoever imagined it can happen to anyone? So stroke, you cannot communicate, you cannot talk, I cannot do anything. I have given that authority to somebody to act on my behalf. Dementia is a reason why we must have lasting power of attorney. Brain injury, you suffer from some serious brain injury and you can't make decisions. Accident or illness, you are unable to make a decision for yourself. It is important that you have a lasting power of attorney. Or you are recovering from a serious medical condition, and during that period you are unable to make decisions. It is important that somebody is able to run your affairs for you. Now, without a lasting power of attorney, your family cannot access your accounts, your bank statements. Maybe you need money to run some errands on your behalf. You cannot go to the bank. You cannot speak. Your family cannot withdraw any money because there is nothing that gives them the authority to act on your behalf. Bank accounts can be frozen or you can't access it. Loved ones must apply to the court of protection, which is slow, costly, and stressful, before they can have access to all of this. Now, for all you know, you need the money within a month or two, but because nobody can access your account, they are unable to get all these funds, and that can be very stressful. So please take note. So the first one is property and financial affairs, lasting power of attorney relating to property and financial affairs. Again, it covers paying of your bills, your mortgages, managing your bank accounts, collecting your pension and benefits, buying or selling property. This has to do with property, managing your property and your finances. And that is called property and financial affairs, lasting power of attorney. The form is LP1H. That is the form you complete. After you've done all of that, you can then register it. We also have the second one, which is health and welfare. The first one is property and financial. The second one is health and welfare. Health and welfare. That again has to do with your medical treatment. Who decides what treatment you should receive? Who decides whether you should receive life-sustaining treatment? Who decides whether you should be on the life support machine? Somebody has to have that power to do that. So medical treatment, this is for type of health care on medical treatment you receive. The person can decide, let's move you from one hospital to another hospital. If they think that you are not receiving the best possible care in a particular place, that person has the power to make that decision. Care plans, living arrangement, where you should live. Maybe you've been discharged from the hospital. Where should you live? Maybe in your house, it is a 10th floor. No lift, stairs. You can't go there. You suffered from stroke. You can't take the stairs. There is no lift. It's an old times building. You can't take the lift. The person can decide to look, talk to the council. My brother, my sister, my uncle, my auntie cannot live in this property. Will you therefore arrange to give them a better accommodation, which is on the ground floor, etc., etc., etc. Somebody must run those errands for you. And that is what we call the health and welfare lasting power of attorney. Living arrangement, life-sustaining treatment decisions. Like I said earlier, who decides when the life machine should be switched off? Who decides what treatment you should receive? That is very important. But this is used only after you've lost your mental capacity, when you cannot make decisions anymore. Example of decisions would be when you're on CPR. Would you want a CPR? Maybe you tell somebody, look, if I go off, they should give me a CPR. Or no, I don't want a CPR. Once I go, I want to sleep and sleep peacefully. All this those decisions can be made by the attorney on your behalf. Would you move into a care home or receive care at home? All this, like I've said, are determined by the attorney who is acting on it. But you should give this power before anything happens. Now, who can be an attorney? An attorney must be over 18 years old. Must be over 18 years old. It should be a person you can trust. Should be trustworthy and organized. Not somebody who will make your situation worse. Somebody you can trust, somebody who is organized. You may appoint one attorney, you may appoint two attorneys, you can have replacement attorneys. You can have one or two, and they have to act jointly or separately, jointly or severally, or jointly or severally. So it means, when we say jointly or severally, it means that one person can make a decision, and the other person can also make a decision. But when we say jointly, they both have to agree in making the decision. But if you say jointly and severally, then one person can make it, another also can make it. So to make this simple, one person can make a decision, or two of them should make the decision. You have to tick the box which one you prefer. Only one person should make the decision, or two people should make decisions for you. You have to choose that. Then we have something we call replacement attorney. In the event that the person you have appointed cannot make a decision, you can have two replacement attorneys who can take over from the first person who is the attorney. So if Nana, you are my attorney, and something happens, I pray not, but something happens to me, and you are not able to make that decision, the replacement attorney can make that decision on your behalf, on my behalf, because you are not there to make that decision. That is what we call replacement attorney. Very, very, very important. So you can have more than one replacement attorneys. Attorneys must always act in your best interest. And they have to act within the law. Very, very important. Safeguards. We also have certificate providers, somebody who has to confirm that they have read to you the content of the power of attorney. You understand it, you signed it, or you thumb printed it before the witnesses and the attorneys sign. Very, very, very important. So you can have the donor is the you are the donor, you are the person giving the power out. Certificate provider is the lawyer, who is the solicitor, the doctor, the social worker, the accountant, the independent financial advisor, or other professional who can assess your capability and say that, yes, of course, this is the person, we've read it to you, you are clear, you understand it before you sign or you thumbprint it. That is also good. And you should have known, they should know you for at least 2 years before they can do that. Now, once that is done, they have to, of course, register the lasting power of attorney, either for financial or for health. They have to do that. And of course, once that is done and it is approved, I think it takes about 8 weeks or so. Once it is approved, then they have the power to act on your behalf. So as said, they can work jointly and severally, or jointly for some decisions. Jointly and severally, or jointly for some decisions. 3, jointly, the two of them, jointly and severally, either of them can make it, or jointly for some decisions. So that is what you can select. And it goes on to say, any instructions or preferences to guide attorneys, you always need to talk to somebody who you trust, that this is the power I'm giving out. I want you to be aware, so they can also assess and make sure that you are not under duress. You are not making another duress. So take note of that. A donor can revoke the LPA later as long as they still have capacity. Once I give you the lasting power of attorney, I can revoke it as long as I can still think straight. But once I lose my capacity, mental capacity, then whatever I have sent and given to you carries on working. So take note of it. Generally, like I said, this is not immigration, but this is quite very important in our lives. And things do happen. Things do happen. It is my advice that whilst we have our wills, we can also have a lasting power of attorney, that in the event that something happens, we can have people making decisions in our best interest. Nana, I will stop it here and take any questions if there are any. If not, then I will say thank you and have a good evening.
Yo, lawyer, yɛbɛda ase ɛnɛ nwummerɛ ɛwɔ nea ɔde abrɛn. Abusuafoɔ, wate from Lawyer Wisdom Akaho. If you have any question about what he said, and say any general immigration question be a no ubetimi ede aba oma onsa so zoom no so a mefa now the question about lawyer Mamindi kind fa we will say good evening lawyer, I have overstayed for 180 days in my first year. Can I apply for my indefinite leave to remain in the 6th year? I'm confused, but I'm sure maybe you understand.
Is it online? So
Yeah.
you can take a read through it. It says, please read it for me again. I can't seem to
I
find
have
it here.
overstayed for
180 days in my first year.
Mm-hmm.
Can I apply for my indefinite leave in my 6th year? We don't know which visa he is on. We don't know which leave he is on.
Yeah.
But usually, if you mean you overstayed, does it mean your visa expired before you regularized it? We need to know if your visa expired and then after that you regularized it, then your rightful leave to stay starts from when you were given the next leave. So let's look at it from there. Whatever period you overstayed wouldn't count towards your stay. And certainly if it was given after 1.5 years, after 180 days, then you start counting the 5 years. If you're on the 5-year route, you start counting it from there. Please give me more details, Cornelius. Thank you.
Okay. I'll say lawyer, as a skilled worker, if your partner cannot write the life in the UK test, can it affect the children at the Mibo? 1 minute.
At age 20 and 17 to gain indefinite leave to remain.
Uh-huh.
Right. Now, the children's application is mostly based on their mom or their parents' own. So, if your partner cannot write the Life in the UK test, can it affect the children at age? Usually, it is the parents' life in the UK and English language we look at. The last time I checked, there was no requirement for the children to have the Life in the UK test, but normally I advise them to do it anyway, although it doesn't clearly state. I will say if the mother who is, or if the parent who is the main applicant doesn't qualify for the indefinite, then it becomes difficult to argue for the children to have their indefinite. In any case, if the children they are under 18, in this case 20 and 17, if they can prove that they've done 5 years, 2.5 continuous, then this is a skilled worker, we can explore. I think you can give me a call. We explore this option for you to see. I'll determine whether the children should go ahead or it should be dependent on the parent. But I am tempted to say that because it is based on the parents, she would have to pass the Life in the UK test before they all go on to the indefinite leave to remain. My advice to everybody is that don't wait until it is close to the time before you write the Life in the UK test. It does not expire. Once you write it, it is for life. Therefore, write it now. If you do the first one, you fail, do it again and again until you pass. But if you wait until it is too close to the time and you do it, already you are stressed, you are anxious, and you fail, you don't have enough time, then it affects your indefinite leave application. So that will be my advice. But please call me back and let us see how best we can advise on this one. Thank you, Nana.
Okay. Yemfa Bernard. Bernard Pacho, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening, sir.
Okay, so I happen to be a student here currently.
Right.
So my first question is about this ILR coming up 10 years, 5 years. On the assumption that they approve the 10 years, me being in the UK now, is it going to affect me or I'll still be on the 5-year ILR?
Thank you. Like I have mentioned in some previous programs, usually when the rules change, they don't apply retrospectively. In other words, they don't go back to affect people who are on a different route at the time. So usually those who are on the leave now, just like the indefinite leave to remain the worker route, change of B1 to B2 going to come into effect, the Home Office have clearly stated that it is for people who are going to be making application from when the laws change. But those who are already under it will still benefit under the current provision. So we hope and we believe that even if the rules change, those of you who are under the 5 years should still benefit from the 5-year rule and not taken into the 10-year category.
Okay. Yenko a iPhone ehonomo. iPhone, please go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, sir.
Already, I think it's Thanksgiving. I said that and I'm there now.
Thank you too.
I think it's spend 1 or 2 minutes to be.
Okay.
My wife application about who now 1 or 2 games can in my bomb. But not more than they but like Nyamiadom Modivesa no my spouse visa. Now maybe do Heathrow Airport. The way I'm going for no board control and as a point of entry for no.
Well, yeah.
The way I'm see drilling, I think the best idea is the application will be go through one
Very
or two.
good. Yes.
And some maybe wafa plan about UK. And the questions from Busa, I'm friend my wife. Abes and the same similar or more they compare. Within 1 or 2 minutes, I'm going to print my application.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to papa din, me mama din. Nipa send about wedding, no, me pieces in kira womo say ya worry. I feel quite almost me mama me papa age gaps need sign difference lesson.
Wow.
all the time I know more church no my friend, my wife or so. It's on the similar questions.
Wow.
Afrina nipa board control for no. Ipa be me no abegyina me nkyɛn ho something say me nka na kore. I'm to see. Me kwana me catch up. So opposite me try and throw the any different but me kwana me catch. So one question I'm between 1,000 times.
In different ways.
In different ways. One person more tricky or send a bit or no be form. Now what can I think be any question worker.
iPhone Emre Nintino
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nana.
Yeah.
Nana, it's very true. It's so true. I have clients who almost took do heat throw. For one reason or the other, they can stop anybody, they can ask you any question. That, yes, is in their power. And they are suspicious on papa. So they can just pick and choose and ask you questions. We'll give you stay. Now obi baka nipa anya abua na nipa kodia na akoda ne bifu fro na wakoka nia enka onsese oka na say bibia wo kan wi a no mu dia say one na waka sign against it say sign waka train and they'll use the same thing against you. Me oba ku bia had to deal with it. Omo put pressure and say how much did you pay your husband? How much did you pay your husband? How much did you pay your husband? Several ways. And so how much did you actually pay him? So we have to be very careful. When you met, where you met, when the relationship started, when you started, what was the last time you met, your parents' names, their dates of birth, where were they born? What was the last time you saw your wife? Where does she work? Where does he work? Etc., etc., etc. Does he have children? What are their names? What was the last time? They can ask you anything and everything. So, we application now. Please ask them for the application form so that unimni ewaso ubeduha ne bisawa mom answers. Men fa form ne nche ukotokom anama nchro question and answers. Obi ayesada, obi ay question and answers. And almost searching no I say we don't believe this is a genuine relationship because you have questions and answers, and because of that they cancel the visa. We have to fight it all over again, going to court and sana. They sign any man, waste of money, waste of time, stress, and all that stuff. So please know your wife. Please know your husband. That is all I can say.
That's it. Yenfansia na yenko Malizi hono. Malizi mpacho yetio.
Your bushel for me, Mama Joe, lawyer, where the power of attorney na me bisaka krasebia a knune ana Emma. Do you still have to do power of attorney for them to be able to work on your behalf?
You can, yes, you can do that. Now, the reason why I say you can't do that is this, and it is very important. Recently, unfortunately, this is somebody I have known for years. Yare Ebaborno and Ontime and Kasa Ontime Yare. Ne yere na enka or shanana or kone account mono. The bank wouldn't give her anything. The bank wouldn't disclose anything to her. So we had to fall on the power of attorney. Thankfully, the doctor to do all that had to be done before she could access his account. So, and Kasadi wa hodidawa, and your will, and Kawahodida, it would have made it very easy for the wife or the child or anybody else that the person trusted to have carried on smoothly running their affairs without any problem. So yes, ma'am, it is very, very, very important.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Obia nso ani ho aka bia me mamu hyeden. Den de nso Awurade ne aboafo.
Amen.
That's it, ma'am. That's it.
Yo, yenko na yenfa Felix. And so, Felix, but you go ahead and ask your question. Hello, Felix.
Hello, Ipacho.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Ipacho, me wo US na. My question I me want to say, me Mommy free mo about 5 years ago. Now before be free mo no file ama my sister Ghana aba. Na one me papa or ọmụ hyia yɛn ọmụ ware yɛn ọmụ wɔ me nko a me papa de mmabaa ware anim na me maame nso de akwala ɔbaa baako ba ware anim na me maame ba na ɔwɔ Ghana no sesi a ɔno waware with nkwala for ne afile ama ne da na ọmụ frɛ ọmụ sɛ ọmụ mbra interview no ɛsiane sɛ me maame ni wɔ sesi a no me papa mfa me maame ba na nka ho na nyame adom sesi a meyɛ me adwuma menya me dan mepɛ sɛ mekɔfa ne ba mepɛ sɛ mekɔfa ne ba na meka sɛ mekɔfa me sister ba a me papa nua bɛma bi ka kyerɛ me sɛ I have to go through my dad first. Is it true say me fale ama me sister ama na ba I have to go through me papa because of say or no start the application no.
Phyllis Imprim, right?
Yes.
And which state are you?
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Where in New Jersey?
Currently in Patterson, but I work in New York. So I'm in New York right now.
All right. I live in West Orange. Okay, so yeah, but
We're
I work
neighbors.
but I work in Patterson too. I'm a teacher in Patterson.
Wow. Oh my God. I have you right next to me. Oh,
all right.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, my family lives in New Jersey and my wife works in Patterson. So that's why I know that. There are some lot of rough roads in Patterson.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about it. It reminds me of Ghana.
It's not good at all, man. It's not good. Anyway, Phyllis, let's talk Ghana English now. Now, I am not very conversant with the U.S. law, but I can give you my attorney in the U.S.
Okay.
Speak to him. Take my number, call me. I'll send you my attorney's number. You can call him. He will be more than happy to help you. Okay? My number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. You can give me a missed call once we're done, and I will send you my attorney's number. I also have an attorney in the US, so he is in Newark. He's in Newark, Commercial Street. That's where he is. So not too far from. You can connect, and then you can be in touch with him. Okay?
God bless you a million times.
Bless you too. Bless you too. So let's talk. Right. So when the next time I come, I'll come and look for you, Phyllis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. America for Yedamwase. America for Yedamwase. Yanko the Brits. All right. Yemfa G. Making kind some of the text messages in so a war chat room honor very soon. Yanko G. G. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hello. Dampacho, my application for my indefinite leave to remain since March, mentio monkaye, and maybe sasa metima afro and I'm a momo email, and what should I do?
March,
yeah.
March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So this is the 7th month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can take 6 months and sometimes longer than that. They will tell you there is no service standard time or standard service time. What did you have? Was it 2.5, 10 years?
No, 5 years. Me EU. Yeah. And almost me 5 years, ma'am. Since 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. And me by my job, I really moment I make me indefinite, Me call it a mentio monk, me submit bibi at the como say or monsa cana. If so, when here be your baby saba or more baby side, most are mentio monka.
Let me give you a number to call them.
Okay.
You can call them and give them your reference number, the 16-digit reference number.
Okay.
And they would help you. They are very, very helpful. So take this number. It's Home Office Settlement 0300
Okay, 0300
123
123
7379.
7379.
Yes, that is 0300-123-7379. Call them. They will be
Okay.
more than happy to assist you. Right.
Oh, okay.
Lawyer Mpacho, sa number yi home office number ben.
Where EU4
Okay.
is dedicated to EU applications and EU lines per right.
Oh, okay. Nti me from mo betima aka de nti a che wo mo ana.
Yeah, so we'll be some we'll be some share system no so ABA or maybe so for your full name, your date of birth, your reference number. They ask you some security questions. Once you pass that, then they ask you how may we help you. You can say, well, the application has been outstanding for XYZ time and you haven't had a response. Say it's still before a caseworker, or if it's in the queue, if they need any information, they would, of course, assist you. But sometimes they are very helpful. Maybe say, if there is an emergency, there's something you have to go back home for, and it is urgent, and you can provide the evidence, they can escalate the application for you. So yes, but call them first. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bless you.
Pleasure. My pleasure. Bless you too.
Yemfa Kofi enso ewa. Kofi Mpacho yeti o.
Hello. Hello, Mpacho to me kan.
Yeti on kapa kosu yeti o.
Oh, and I'm da selama for me. Uncle, no so mo question kakra. Na mbisa say with university asem. Me ba me won wa hamon wa but of course Africa na course school. Is when 18. I'm person ko ba na ko uni but oba obetumanya grant no midret no obeduma.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Me say me wo me ba na wa ha and of course Africa course school South Africa. Nti okruma book no but is where we are 19% ko mra wini wa ha.
Okay.
Nti oba midret no obetumanya ai grant no kwan ze bia university farm.
It could be possible. There are requirements as to the number of years and but because all your British citizens, so that is possible. In fact, Oba Manemra, and I wait me book but they would look at the law, the grant or the loan provisions as to whether he's going to be qualified. Now we know our share, and then we know exactly where we are. I can't say straight away say yes or no, but when we look at the rules, I'm sure you could qualify for it. Or a British, so that should not be too much of a problem, I believe. Yes?
Okay, all right. No
Thank
problem.
you.
My Franco, yeah.
That's Papa.
That's Kofi. Yemfa Michael. Michael Pacho yeti o. What's that question?
Good evening, lawyer Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Pacho me na maybe sa for EU settlement indefinite leave to remain.
Yes.
And say na oka say o pre-settlement na say o stay outside beyond 6 months. But to me affect o pre-settlement no. Na person be say what of obi a wo indefinite no settlement no or no obatumi stay more than that enye nuhia.
Yes. Now, in fact, who are indefinite, you are able to stay out of the UK for up to less than 2 years.
Okay.
It shouldn't be more than 2 years because every 2 years affected you become someone you have to apply as a returning resident, and that can affect you. So you can go for 23 months and come.
Okay.
And go for another 23 months and come. You can keep going and come. Yes.
Okay.
Not more than 2 years, please.
Okay.
Yemfa Richard and so Rich Mbajo yeti o.
Good evening, OT Media and Lawyer Wisdom. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, lawyer, read a question, Kakrana. Maybe one any immigration, but maybe say maybe a fair idea about it. It's about employment law.
Okay.
Menya Baha. na adwuma a onyae no ɔmo ne 6 months probation. Enti 6 months probation no wɔtwa awie ama ɔma confirm no. But within 6 months, let me say, 3 months into probation in our fair through. It just ever say 3 months like and our fair through. 18 within 6 months, na say ever so or 3 months into the I'm person me bisa say in regards to employment law, no one obetimi anya maternity leave in regards to we say na. And my last question and so yeah, Mr. Me sign wo obi agina ne baso ena de anya enkrata wa ha. Na ne ba na wagina so de anya enkrata no because onya obia mani nso ni mu no ntino. Also person ode ne ba ne ko Ghana. Na eno no is it possible so betimi de akoda na ko Ghana no oti kroma. Me pacho me that's
for the employment one, no, I would want you to give me a shout. I will give you a colleague of mine who deals with the employment section of things. He will be able to assist you. He's called Pius Opong. He doesn't work with me, but I refer all my employment-related cases to him. We work in sync. So please call me after. I'll give you his details. He will help you every step of the way. I know the rules are there, but he will be the best person to guide you so that we don't make any mistakes. Why? Of course, when it comes to maternity, I know there's some statutory maternity leave pay that they should receive. That may be different from some other ones, but let us talk to Pius Opong. I'm sure he will be able to help you. Yes? And take my number again. I believe it's on the board. The second one is the child. Yes, Abofrano a British citizen, not waji sitting through Nibana British now. And when he has said Abofrano never was before over due for the next 2.5 years. And so the Abofrano call Ghana. No ye Jumaka cry. Over to Midinako. But as I said, Abofrano sang ever back to school, register GP or go back to GP. And Sana. The next renewal will be up. And yes, sir, on your letter from the school, I just said Abofana Edazo Kroma. On your letter from GP, I just Abofana Kroma. Without these two things, and now without one of this, one to mean Chese Abofana T and a whole Kroma, an application will be refused. Yes, wait me the Abofanako. But a year or some months before, I sit in the Besono, or Abofana Zambra back to the UK before the application.
Okay. Lawyer, Emre no bit. Mami mfa nipa miensa wei embom na wafa omo questions na mami na makan few questions in the chat room near the show no this part no aba away. Yemfa Emmanuel. Imam Bacha yetio.
Hello.
Bacha yetio.
Very good. Mpacho Michio be enyumre.
Yeah, just
Yes, Mpacho, my wife eba hanum like as a student. That was 2023. Until when you school no, ama wa apply for new postgraduate nensaka. But me and me any dependent no. Be 6 months or so ago, and I mean care ejuma. Until ejuma no. Assure me say in fact on me COS now until omo apply COS no from their head office omo apply from head office and head office can you say okay my application no is in waiting and because of that into no ye renew obano ye apply for obano postgraduate visa no manyebi because ejuma na miss care we na me woman no omo apply ECS emami say omo dey train COS no amam enti me apply for postgraduate no emma my wife any yemba boy and when ya 10 years now omo dey oba no visa no amano 2 years no edema no and abofra no omo refuse no the basis of the reviews are say ne papa na on omo dependent to Oba no ne papa no and apply be. There is no evidence say we are still together as married. Exactly. Nti abofra no, in fact, refuse no. Nti my option say we can do something.
Admin review.
Very good. Admin review. Nti yeah. In fact, we did the admin review and then we stated say, yeah, the tenancy agreement and then me ECS na menye free me company no ho say. Omo train COS amame no. Yeah, the ni nyina eka ho na ekọ. But omo in fact, admin review omo can say it take you within 6 months and 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah, no June. But up to now, young NT BBM free or more. But although the COS no mean some kind, but I know say within some few weeks or months no mean sabakanti. I just wanted to find out say what's the way forward? Should we still keep waiting or whatever?
Ima, thank you. We are so far out of time, but simple answer is I think in this case, the longer the admin review delays, the better for you. So as soon as you get your COS, you can switch to the new employer quickly. Because yes, as soon as you get the COS, switch. Now the reason why they refuse the child is your wife cannot prove that she has sole responsibility for the child. If all of you had applied at the same time, that's a different matter altogether. But because she applied, she has to prove that she has sole responsibility for the child, and she can't prove because you are still a married couple. You can't say that she is the only person responsible for the child. That is why it was refused. But keep working on the COS. As soon as you get it, please put in your application, and you can put it in, and then of course you will get yourself granted. Once you get yours, it becomes easy for you to argue for the child as well from both sides. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. Lawyer, meaning that time also, for last one, fancy her. Maybe that's a yammy ad much now, keeping your time, I can answer few questions.
Chinna, I'm in check.
Okay. All right. For last one. KOD. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
KOD is you.
Yeah, Pacho, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hi, lawyer. Okay, so my case near Ikakana, my wife for UK was settled under EUSS.
Right.
The customary marriage in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, per se, na me babat, Jumania didn't to me. Now, yeah, so I have everything from registration and statutory declaration, and then the other attestations from 2020. So I think I apply under Appendix FM. Sammy Busa said, documents that I mentioned, even though a free 2020 still valid, and I say I need to reattest them.
Oh, you're EU national, Anna.
I've been Papa EU national.
Okay, so she's settled, right?
Yeah, she's settled.
Okay, so yes, you still need the documents from 2020 to show that there is evidence that you are still in a genuine relationship. WhatsApp messages, telephone calls, money transfer receipts, marriage certificate, pictures. Then, of course, pay slips, bank statement, P60, letter from employer. I believe she now has her own agreement, visits, evidence of visits, stuff here and there. With all of this, you have a very, very, very strong case. I believe you will come to the US. And if you want, you can pay extra £500 in addition to the home office fee and an IHS. You should get a decision within 1 month, and you can come and join your wife. Okay?
Okay. All right, that's fine. Sure. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I was here for Emma Mehokwan, Emma Mint Kinkai, most of the questions I watch out tomorrow. But I can promise, lawyer, I need to bring you back next week for us to be able to answer all these questions in the chat room.
Can I take screenshot of this question so you don't
It will still be in my
it will still be there. All right.
In next week, you're baking kind and no answer ya start issue no cry. And
thank you so much.
And I'm the lawyer ABC. Lawyer, Menjo la conclusion statement.
Last statements, last words in crowd, Charlie.
Take away message out there, man.
Thank you all for being on board, and we are educating ourselves. We learn, I learn, we all learn as we go along, and it's just interesting to be of help and assistance to our people. More any questions or any particular topic you want us to talk about, he will pass it to me, and then we can have updates on that as well. Now, power of attorney, very important. Lasting power of attorney, very, very important. We'll find time and talk about will and what it implies. But for now, whilst we are still here with sanity, we can think straight. Well, as much as we can think straight, let us have some protection, lasting power of attorney, so that should something happen to us, we hope nothing evil happens, but should something happen, we have somebody who can make decisions on our behalf. I am grateful, Nana. Thank you. Yami Aduma next week. Akbenami Okata. Na maulola next week. Miagaba. Nwa jo ofen. Can you ask me next week? Oba kwe. Mauni jo chepe. Akbe. Nana. Let's see.
Lawyer, one for contact details and to Mr.
All right. Yes, Wise Smart Solicitors. Wise Smart Solicitors. It was suit 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 The Print House, Dalston, London, E8 3DL. Suit 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 The Print House, Dalston, London, E8 3DL. Telephone number 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. These are the details. Ufra. Yebetumi abwa. Yebabwa. Mr. Nana M said, I need to talk about one topic one of these weeks. The questions you shouldn't ask on social media. Questions that should not be asked on social media, or questions you shouldn't ask over the phone. I think I have to prepare some questions that should not be asked over the phone. Question B, Enra. I told the person, this is career-ending question. Career. When answer that question, your career can end. So some questions should not be asked on social media or even over the phone. Nana, thank you. I'm grateful. Have a good night, and God willing.
Awesome.
We'll be calling you very soon.
All right.
Bomodia, Fred lawyer for more details about a question I went to me and yano. I was for a hanomo and amide lawyer wisdom ABC. Madame me honma fan crack to an sana no Mr. Wa made OT media WhatsApp platform. Ede ato a chat room honomo. Join it. I bring you and say a start show. Yes, send a notification or any other show I hear piano. Yes, send the notification. Now also on Sakebia. No wait me I join the show no and I say what send the ama uni bi no sweat me I join it. It's a wuni your WhatsApp platform no so abomodia click on the link edo ebeba platform no so no I join it. I bring you no yebema enkaye no me I join it. Name sharing so say OT Media WhatsApp platform. We don't call you to inform you say join our show. Scammers are those. Be careful. Now I bring you be frewa. Yeah, Mr. Wa
presentation. It was on point.
Yeah, Danny home. Yeah, Bape.
My name is Samuel. I need a big clarification.
Sammy, on. Yeah, two on cover. Me that say. My me too. Yeah, Danny home. Yeah, Bape. Yeah, the Taptap Send focus section. No, ebe twaso ede amount. Enti ma yemfa enkrato baku mienu. Name share so na join the OT Media WhatsApp platform page na. Producer, yeah, Danny, yeah, ba, yeah, the Taptap Send focus section.
So, Christica Manian, put me to wrap to say. From me, send Gamma in a minute in Sabacandia, and then one Taptap Send.
Yeah, ebusiafo. Within the Nanakuma Pachrewa 1. They recommended Taptap Send amamo. And that's how for also for baby. Now basa. Our rating so yeah. Our A1. Into pian road to Taptap Send. That all says it can for Taptap.
Yɛbɔ de wɔkyerɛ amansan yɛbɔ de wɔkyerɛ Ghana for say yɛwɔ akwantu no yɛde sika kɔfie nie meyɛ mfɛmfa baabi a yɛbɛnu yɛn ho tap ɛdɛmu fua tap send in this street
na tap deɛ no ana ɛkɔ tap deɛ ɛno ara na yɛn nyinaa ɛyi
Piao.